All right, well, it's June 25th, 2017, and this is my 2015 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro in Inferno Red review. I'm going to talk about the 10 things that I do like about it and the 20 things that I dislike about it. So why don't we go ahead and get started. First off, this is it's a 4-liter 24 valve V6, and it has valve timing on it, which is awesome. It produces 270 horsepower and 278 foot-pounds of torque. Toyota advertises it as getting 17 in the city MPG and 20 MPG, highway driving. I don't find that to be true. I find it to just be 17. Kind of when you average it out at the end of the day, it's just 17. It does have, the TRD version does have 9.6 inches of ground clearance, which is decent. That's with the 2-inch lift on it, the TRD lift. And I'm going to go ahead and put on a Icon lift kit and give it a boost. So we'll do 3 or 3.5 inches on this thing. So what I like about it, and what I like quite a bit, and the reason that I purchased this vehicle, well, first off, the looks. I absolutely love the Inferno Red, and I was pretty lucky to be able to get it in this color. I had been looking for quite a while, and what happened was a wealthy commercial real estate developer down in Anaheim actually bought 3 or 4 of these TRD Pros back in 2015 to get all the different colors. He's kind of a car collector, and so this thing was a garage queen, and he never drove it. And it popped up on my radar on Car Guru on my app, and I was able to get an alert for it, and it had 1,500 miles on it at the dealership in Anaheim. So I was, pretty happy to have found it, and with so few miles on it, no blemishes on this thing whatsoever when I got it, and so. It was actually about, I think, $4K over the MSRP, and trying to negotiate all day long just didn't get me anywhere. And I was just there at the dealer just all day trying to negotiate. The problem was there were other buyers that were lined up ready to pay cash for the full price. So because I was kind of the first guy to come down to take a look at it, I flew down there on a one-way ticket from NorCal. They were entertaining me, but there were other buyers lined up. So I had to end up paying, full price for it, and it was pretty much new. I mean, it still had the dealership plate on it from where the guy bought it. It never had license plates, so I did order a plate, and it's my plate is Inferno, IN4RNO. So what else do I like about it? Number 1 would really be the looks, for sure. Number 2 would be the body on frame toughness. There's just not a lot of SUVs out there today that are body on frame. Even the Ford Explorer is not a real true off-road vehicle. The road manners and the off-road manners on this thing are awesome. My brother and I have a 3rd gen 4Runner that we share, that we own outside of our daily drivers just for camping and stuff. And it is nothing. I mean, it's nothing compared to this in terms of the drive quality, the handling, both on-road and off-road. Now, you do have to pay attention driving the freeway. You're not going to be able to sit there on your cell phone and goof off like I used to be able to do on my Acura RDX, because that thing just pointed straight and went, and I could cruise pretty easily and steer it with my knee and all that, and the steering wheel, and have 2 hands free. You can't do that with this, but it's still an absolute joy to drive. It has excellent ride quality, and it really comes alive off-road. So that's number 3. The 4th thing I really like about it is that it has very good low-end torquiness. A lot of good twisting power at the low-end band there, which is awesome. So that makes it really great for off-roading and rock crawling and things like that. The 5th thing I really like about it is the engine compartment space for doing all kinds of mods. I'm going to be putting in a dual air compressor here. I'm going to relocate this pump here, back here, down there, and then on top of that is going to sit a dual ARB air compressor. I'm also going to mount a diff breather up here. You can just see how much space there actually is in this engine compartment. to work around. My dual battery, my second battery is going to go right here, and this whole pump setup is going to get relocated to the rear there. The plastic cover looks really cheesy, I think, but who cares? And so I'll have 2 batteries in here. There's lots of space for mounting, electronics and other things here. So I'm going to mount some other things here with some custom bracketry. So that's one thing I just love about it. Another thing I really like about it is this sort of tool tray that you have right here for like resting all your tools when you're working on this thing. I love the way they designed this. And it's real easy to take off because these are little push button pegs that, lock it in, little Christmas tree fixtures that kind of lock it in. So you can remove that very easily and snap it back into place. Kudos Toyota for developing that. I do think the, as much as I like the engine compartment, I do think all the rubber seals are very cheap, and they're very flimsy. I think after probably 5 or 10, 6 years, 7 years, you'll have to replace all those rubber seals. They don't, they're too soft, and they're not really, they slide around too much, so that's not cool. Number 6, what I like about this vehicle is there's just a tremendous aftermarket, industry that support 4Runners. And I think that's part and parcel why 4Runners are so popular, is because there's such a large market for aftermarket parts and manufacturers that make all different kinds of things. And I just love that. So there's a lot of stuff I'm doing to this car. I haven't made a single mod yet, but there's going to be a lot coming over the next few weeks. Lift kit, sliders, and I've got a front bumper. I got a Warn winch, 10,000 pound Warn winch. I've got a rear bumper that's on order. There's just a lot that's going to go on with this vehicle over the next couple months. Number 7, I really do like the vinyl seats on the interior, because they're so durable, and they're easy to clean. So you can get these wet and muddy. You can get your wet, muddy dog in here, and they're going to hold up much better than leather. So that's one thing I really do like, is the the easy to clean vinyl seats that are pretty thick and durable. I also really like the reclining rear seats, and these recline. I'll show you how they recline here. There's this lever here you pull up, and then you just can push back on the seat, and so you can see how much that actually reclines there, compared to the other seat right there. So I really like that. That's so comfy for long road trips where people are in the back and they want to rest a little bit and get a nap in. That's just awesome. So love that. Number 9 would be, that's number 8, the reclining seats. Number 9 would be the roll down rear window. I do love that about 4Runners. I mean, that is just so cool, man, because when you're camping, you don't want to have to open the tailgate, and especially if the tailgate gets does get pretty dirty, but you can roll down the window and you can access stuff that's in the trunk. You don't want things falling out and falling down on the dirty ground when you're camping and stuff, and so that's really nice. Another thing that I really like about this car are the removable cup holders. So when you come in here, these can get pretty nasty. And the fact that you have these removable cup holders that are made out of soft rubber, and you can just put these in the dishwasher, is just a huge plus. I love that. So kudos to Toyota for that. Those are the 10 things I really do like about this vehicle. Now let's go on to the 20 things that I dislike about it.